Okay, I'm going to show you how to tie a woolly worm. This is a super sweet, super great fly to start off with. We're going to be using a Mustad 9671 size 6. We're going to put that in here, and this is just a good one to get started with. And we have our thread here and our bobbin. We're going to start with our thread base at the front and work our way back. We're just using 6/0 uni thread here, and we will go all the way back, not quite to the bend, because this is a kind of a long shank hook. So let's start there, and the first thing we're going to do is grab some red hackle. And what you want to do is you want to strip off this really webby stuff. You don't want that, but you do want from this side, you can just strip off a chunk about like this right here. And all you do is you can just pull it right off. So that's going to be the tail. Put that right on top here. And the tail is roughly, for this hook, it's not quite, not the length of the hook, maybe a little more than half, maybe 3/4. You could judge for yourself, but yeah, it's not a super long tail, but we'll tie that on. Next thing we want is a little bit of grizzly hackle, and here I'm going to pull off one of these. Check the length on this. You don't want it to be super, on these flies you want them to be kind of webby, because you want them to lay down in the water. So we definitely don't want a dry fly hackle, but what we're going to do is just palmer this out a little bit. Get it like that. Then we're going to tie it in from the tip. I'm going to tie it in from this tip. So you can do that right on top. Just do a little loose wrap. The next thing is just get a little black chenille. What you want to do here is grab a little bit on the end, pull that off so you can pull out those strands, because then it will decrease the bulk. You do a pinch wrap, which is pinch it in between your fingers, then pull down. Tie that on. Go back to the back, and then you can just kind of wrap back over all this stuff. Just kind of wrap, we'll cover this up, and then we just wrap the black. Do our first wrap right there. Another one, and we're just kind of working our way back up. This is kind of heavy duty stuff. I've never actually, first time I've used this, just pulled out a new package, but yeah, it's kind of not the best stuff to work with. But any chenille, usually chenilles are not too bad. You want to pick off the bulk in the front, or cut off so it doesn't get in your way. Then last thing is just to wrap this, and you got this hackle. We're just going to wrap 1, 2, and we're not going to make too many. We'll just do 3, and we'll do up front. We'll do kind of 1.5 here, just to help when we lay back the fly, lay back the hackle. It'll make it look a little nicer. So as you can see, this is a really, just a few materials. Not too much to it, but works out pretty well. And then I'll just pull back like with my hands. I'll kind of go like that and pinch back, pull back about a 45, and then I'll wrap back over this just to kind of get it back to 40. You don't want a huge head. I like really small heads, just like that. And I'll do my whip finish. I do just a whip finish with my hand. Then you pull that off, clip her off. That's a woolly worm. See, it's got the tail, and you can tie this in a bunch of different colors. Got the hackle. So there you go. And we'll be tying some other patterns as we get into it here, but I wanted to show you that basic one if you're kind of just getting started and needed a pattern to start playing with. So, and these things can look super, you know, they don't have to look pretty. You can imagine this thing's floating around in the water. It, you know, doesn't have to be perfect. So we'll see you on the next one.